What's going on in YouTube land? Thought I'd take this time to make this video. This is going out to the WWE and the WWE universe. Look, I've been a wrestling fan since the early 80s, back when we had the Von Erichs and the Freebirds and Killer Tim Brooks, Bruce Brody, the Kamala the Ugandan Giant, the Missing Link, Gentleman Chris Adams. I was also a fan of the NWA, AWA, of course, Flair and Harley Race. I could just sit here and name names all day long, but you get my point. I'm an old school wrestling fan. And, there for a little while, about 86, 87, I stopped watching because I just wasn't into the whole rock and wrestling connection thing. There was, of course, I had some of my favorites were, Macho Man, of course, Ultimate Warrior. Never was a big Hogan fan. Sorry, everybody out there, all you Hulkamaniacs. Never a big Hogan fan. But, Andre the Giant, Mr. Perfect, of course, Ravishing Rick Rude, and I did dig those guys, but I just didn't quit watching for a while, because why? It got ridiculously stupid. Flash forward to 1997, 98, when WCW started getting hot, and then of course, we ushered in the, what I guess they call it the Attitude Era, but whatever. It was the period for me between 97, 2001, 2002, the Stone Cold Era, I guess you want to call it, the NWA era, NWO, I'm sorry. And now I'm at a point again where I just really don't want to pay attention to it anymore, because it's all gotten ridiculously stupid again. And it seems like these things just go in cycles. They get something cool for a little while, and it becomes red hot, and everybody loves it, and then it becomes stupid again. And I realize everything I'm saying is out of my own opinion. Probably doesn't reflect other people's opinions. Maybe some I know. Others, I'm sure you're like, what's your opinion? Got to do with anything? Who cares? Well, that's because I'm one of the few old school wrestling fans that are left. So many of us. To quote someone that I religiously watch all the time, what do you call, wrestling fans, ECW fans, WCW fans, old school WWF fans, what do you call them nowadays? UFC fans. Don't get me wrong here. I'm not really into UFC either. I mean, I respect them for what they do, but I just don't want to watch a bunch of guys crawling on each other, sticking their crotches in each other's face for, what seems like hours on end. I'm not digging that either. I like something, I like wrestling. I like the action and everything. But I also like kind of a storyline with my wrestling. So, I'm about, give me a nice little balance on it. But what the WWE is doing lately is outrageous. I mean, they could give a crap less what we think, you know, what we care about, what we don't care about, you know, just as long as it sells buy rates, and it sells pay-per-views, and people buy the WWE network, and, you know, it's all about the money, man, and I understand it's business, and it's what you're for, it's what you do it for. But what happened to the love of the sport also? You know, wrestling's been around since, what, the Roman days. You know, it's an Olympic freaking sport, for God's sakes. But what we've gotten to now is just ridiculous. And you turn really good wrestlers into meaningless gimmicks that, I mean, Fandango, for example. You know, I don't remember his name in NXT or FCW, wherever he was. But when I watched him there, he was a real good wrestler. And he shows shades of that, I mean shades, of it with his little Fandango character, you know, and what's happened to that? You know, y'all, you take and you ignore somebody with talent and skill and definitely gotten over in Daniel Bryan because he doesn't look like the total package Lex Luger, or he doesn't look like Batista, or he doesn't look like Orton. You know, and you've taken your company and you've centered around a guy that real wrestlers and real wrestling fans look at him and go, this John Cena, he's a botch fest. You know, and more power to you if you like John Cena, man, and that's fine. I understand the charity work he does, and you know, the stuff he does with the troops, and I salute you for that, Mr. Cena, but you're a gimmick. And a not very good gimmick. You know, I actually, to disagree with a few of my friends and people that I interact with, I was kind of a Thugonomics fan. I kind of liked the Thugonomics gimmick. That was I could live with it. You know, I knew he was, you know, I knew it was just a gimmick. You know, he wasn't like it in real life. He wasn't Mr. Hip Hop or whatever, but the gimmick kind of fit him a little bit. And then all of a sudden now he's, you know, Mr. Righteous and Superman and, you know, 5 Moves of Doom and all that. What I'm trying to say, and especially anybody that sees this in the WWE, I'm begging you guys, and there's a lot of people, if you just open your eyes and pay attention, we know, we see what's going on. You know, unluckily for us, we can't do anything about it because we don't have this to play with. We can't do anything about it. But you can. You know, you're in the business. You know, for any of you that sees this, that's in the company, you can fix this. And if you can't, man, people are eventually going to stop watching. You know, I know you got your diehard fans right now that they could care less. You could throw crap at them and they'll just be like, oh, okay, we love it, yay, Fandango, and, you know, Emma, all that stuff, and they'll eat it up, but eventually, even that's going to wear thin, and Mr. McMahon, if you care anything about your company, anything about your legacy, your dad's legacy, your grandpa's legacy, you will right this ship, steer it where it's supposed to go, and come up with something new. Put the guys over that are popular. you know, there's plenty of room. You have 3 shows to highlight all these wrestlers. Yet you choose, you know, it's like TNA, you know, got beef with you too. Although, starting to pick it up a little bit, and I'm starting to see better wrestling. But, you know, things like, where's Bubba Ray? Why is Austin Aries only, I'm on 1 week, I'm off the next week, I'm on 1 week, what? No, we want to see Austin Aries every week. We want to see talent every week. You know? Stop talking. I understand storylines, and that's great. Keep them in there. But keep them short and sweet. Shut up and wrestle. And you'll be fine. You might even compete with the WWE. But this what is the state of the wrestling is right now, you know, when Japan Wrestling and Lucha Libre and ROH and these indies are starting to pick up momentum and kicking your butt, something's wrong. Something's wrong. Gotta take a look inward in your company and look, see. You know, are you just get the quick buck and get out? Fade away? Or are you in it for the business? Choice is yours, guys. Peace.